Let's,
I'm afraid.
yeah, that's exactly where I want you to be, Josh. Let's just make sure everything's working. Someone swear at me.
Fuck you.
Oh,
I'm so well behaved.
Go hard and fast. Yeah, I think everything's working. So let's roll some dice in anger. This is episode 8 of Curse of Strahd. So do you want to? Is someone okay firing off a quick recap? Who's up for it?
I mean, we went back for a nice little chill out because we realised that we needed a long rest. So we went back to the children's bedroom, had a long rest. Then we fully ascended into the basement. We found a nice room, thought we were going to have to sacrifice patches. And then a nice big abomination came out to us. So we had to fight the abomination after Farrow and Horace getting eaten. They basically realised that actually the abomination was baby Walter. And then, in an effort to save her own life, Pippa jumped into baby Walter's belly. I shot a brick and ran. Farrow killed baby Walter. And then the house fell down and we had to stumble our way out.
Perfect. So as you stumble out of the house, you've descended from the first layer. You've scrambled down the house itself. You've collapsed in a heap. You're just purely exhausted from your exertions in the house. You have patches with you, and the house, the window that you came out of, just collapses. For the top beam, the lintel falls in. And then the floor above starts to crumble, and there's a creak and a groan as the top of the house, the second story, falls onto the first floor. And then the first floor collapses, and you're covered in dust as the Durst mansion completely collapses to the ground. As floating, as if from midair now, Mishka is there suspended in midair, looking all around, looking very frightened as she comes back towards Horace, and she will say, brother, this place is dangerous. We need to stay together now. I'm going to stay with you, if that's okay.
of course. I don't think I have much choice in the matter.
That's good. That's good. I can't leave your side. It's this place is scary.
We're just as lost. I have no idea what's going on, no idea what's happening, but we're trying to get to the bottom of it. But of course, stay by my side, stay close.
Yeah, I'm not. It's something I'm not used to, but I'm perhaps going to haunt your backpack for now, and I'll just, if you need me, I'll be around.
If that's what's best for you.
Okay. So the rest of you see Mishka now, and you know that she's not used to being seen. And Horace has already told you that she's not used to being seen, and she sort of looks towards Pippa, and I've just realised that Sammi and Leah's portraits are in the wrong place, which I'll swap in a second. She'll sort of nod to you as if she's nervous. This little meek and mild teenage girl, and she floats towards Horace. So you look around in your exhaustion, trying to find your bearings. Are you safe? And I showed you the image yesterday, the fan art of the village of Barovia. If you remember, the only thing I would change is the castle here is up here on top of... I'll force it for you, so you can see. Is on top of a cliff. That castle, a very foreboding-looking castle, is on top of a massive cliff. So, if memory serve, Pippa and Farrow are head to foot covered in blood and gore. Horace was just in the tidal wave as baby Walter disintegrated in the blood and gore, so he's partially covered in blood. Tala is the only one that managed to escape from all of the blood and gore. But you're in the middle of the street. The street seems to, or Pippa will be able, you sense that you're north to south. North looks like it's a dead end. South is pretty much the only way you can go. But in your exhaustion and what you can see and where you are, what would you like to do?
I think in seeing that everyone besides myself is just absolutely covered in shit, I think I'd probably make my way over to a well, see if there is a bucket, and see if there is any somewhat clean water, somewhat safe water for skin contact to allow them to clean themselves up.
So from where you are, there's nothing obvious. You can move from this position, obviously. You can move further south. You can move further north if you particularly wanted to. Or you could... You're surrounded by all of these very Tudor... You wouldn't know what Tudor is, but you know what I mean. Tudor-looking houses, mostly boarded up. There's no lights on. Did you wish to pick yourselves up and travel further into the village a little bit to do that?
Yeah, I think Horace would be pretty keen to clean himself up.
Let's get off the street.
I think I'll probably grab Farrowwood on the shoulder, seeing that he's quite shaken, and pull him up and go, like, come on, let's get you cleaned up. We'll talk about this in a bit. So, yeah, try and find somewhere where they can clean the crap off themselves.
Okay.
And the blood and the gore.
Sure.
Yeah.
So what I'll do then, I'll just push it a little bit. So if you investigate further north, it does seem to end in a little bit of a dead end. And as you progress south, you come to what looks like a main street going through the village as it starts to rain.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, it feels wonderful. Cleansing rain, very overcast, and it appears to be heading towards night time. You all realise that you've not eaten for a little bit of time now. As you start thinking about food, you start rummaging around your packs automatically just to see what you've got, and none of you have any food. Which is when two things are going to happen, one after the other one. The first thing that's going to happen is Patches, who's just scampering along next to Tala. His ears prick up, and he looks in a westerly direction, and then bolts off in that direction. And then the second thing, from that direction, you can smell something delicious. It's from being in and around inns, taverns. It smells savoury and herby, and your stomach starts to rumble. Patches is now disappeared. Go on, Sammi.
I was going to say, obviously, we can see that most of everything is boarded up. Can we see that there is any signs that people are even active around here? Is there any footsteps that are tracks in the rain, anything like that?
Let's have a perception check. You can all have a perception check if you want, as you've been walking through the village so far.
Completely fuck all.
No, it's a good test to make sure the technology is working as well.
Pippa is too busy using any drop of rain to get any of this blood off her, so she's not paying attention to anything other than getting it out of her eyes, off her hands. She's not looking.
Okay.
She's basically following the heels of the people in front of her while she's trying to wash as much of this off in the rain.
Okay. So, Farrow, you notice what looks like relatively fresh cart tracks next to, sort of in between the cart tracks. It's only a slim, narrow cart track. You would, 25, you would think is maybe a hand cart, a hand pushed or pulled cart, and you can see footprints. The footprints are very close together, as if someone was walking very slowly. And that travels from east to west, as if the cart was going away from you. But in terms of, 25 as well, you catch through. It's still a little bit misty, and now it's raining. Your visibility is not very good, but you can see lights, just sort of flashes of light. You think it's there, further along to the west, along this main street.
There's cart tracks heading west, and I think I see lights.
Follow the dog.
Okay, so you continue along only for a short while, and you can hear in the distance Patches barking. It's not an aggressive sound. It's not a defensive sound from Patches. It's, if anything, it sounds quite playful. And then into view, through the mist and rain, you can see an old woman pushing a hand cart. This cart is you've seen the likes before. You've seen the likes from peddlers pushing around various towns that you may have been to. There's sort of like a canvas cloth over the top hanging down, and this is where the smell's coming from as well. This woman she seems to be pushing a cart to sell pies. Bear with me a second. I'm just gonna make my first roll of this evening.
The cabbage merchant from Avatar in my head.
Amazing.
Nice. Love Avatar.
Very good.
So, that's full Dungeon Master disclosure. I've just rolled natural 20 for perception. So this old woman, as you come into view, spins around. And as she spins around, you can tell she's done herself a little bit of damage, and she sort of recoils as her neck creaks. This woman is a human woman, dressed in very plain, rough spun clothing with a hood up. She's of a portly stature. So you can see sort of laughter lines around the corners of her eye, and she's feeding Patches and playing with Patches, and Patches is running around her, tail wagging, and she, as she sees you, recoils instantly, and she starts to move around the opposite side of the this hand pushed cart, and you can just hear her now as she'll say, "Oh, please, I just sell pies. Please don't hurt me."
Farrow, who, since it started moving, has just been gripping, like white knuckled grip on his scimitar, looks down, realizes that he's doing that, and forces himself to relax.
Horace would just kind of say, just like you sell pies. Well, can we buy some? We've got no interest in hurting you. We're just hungry.
Oh, that's good. That's good to know. And she sort of quite meekly looks around, squinting at you.
I think Tala's going to ask, who did you think that we were to want to hurt you?
Well, this is Barovia. Most things here want to hurt you. Sorry, I didn't mean any offence.
None taken, but why are you peddling pies if things are out here to hurt you?
my
Have to earn a living.
my sisters and I need to make a living. This is what we do. We try and provide some comfort for the people here, and we sell pies. People enjoy our pies. It's what we do. It's what we've always been done. But it is. I know it's dangerous, but you have to make a living. You have to do what you can do.
Is there a community of people about, or we've not been here long? We've just passing through, but we haven't seen many people.
Okay. So I'm just going to make a quick roll. Again, that's my second natural 20 in a roll, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't know why I'm feeling generous, but that was an insight roll for this lady. So she straightens up and she'll say, on you saying we're new here, she looks as if she's trying to commiserate you, and she'll sort of rub her hands to say, oh my, and I'm going to go full Derbyshire on this. Oh, my duckies. Oh, that explains a few things. Okay. Please don't tell me that you've been trapped in the death house. The house, the Durst mansion, you've not been in there.
Oh, well, what is it, the fact that we're covered in blood and guts? Well, would that maybe suggest that we've been in the death house?
Now that I can see you, and she's sort of moving towards you, yeah, oh, I'm so sorry for you. That's not the introduction to Barovia. Oh, in fact, is it the introduction? It might be a decent introduction to Barovia. This is a horrible place to be caught. Tell me, did you choose to be here, or were you dragged in?
Let me make an inside check.
Sure.
I want to see if she's sort of actively trying to be nice, or just trying to pull us in. Oh, terrible. Another horrendous roll.
We trust
A
her
9.
implicitly.
What did you get? It's not come up for me.
A 9.
9. Okay. Yeah, no, she's as far as you can tell, she's a simple seller of pies with a broad Derbyshire accent, and she's just trying to be kindly to you. You do. I mean, with a 9, I'll give you. There's a little bit of saleswoman about this. There is a little bit of performance. You know, she wants to sell you pies. You very much get that impression that she.
Pies.
Oh,
Pippa stands up from the puddle she's been trying to clean herself in, and so she can be seen, and she goes, I am very sorry. Don't want to be rude. We are filthy. It is raining. I want to be inside. I will buy all of your pies if you get me a place to get clean and inside.
That's
Now
not a
wait.
problem.
In
Sorry, go
the
on.
very very near future, like now.
Of course, my ducky. I could do that. I tell you what. Let's walk. You've come with me. Head towards the centre of town here. And she turns a cart around. Go on, Josh.
if it will speed us up, Horace would be willing to push her cart for her.
Oh, you're very kind.
Appreciate it.
Oh, you really do know how to spoil a lady. Oh, what a handsome gentleman. And she sort of she can't. She does this thing where she sort of hesitantly sort of reaches out towards Horace and thinks, oh no, is that appropriate? Oh no, he's a big strong man. I'm going to touch your arm. Oh, you are wonderful. Thank you very much. Round here, people just refer to me as Granny. My name is Morgantha, but people just call me Granny. So she will ask all of your names if you're happy to give them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Tala. And this little scruff muffin that you've met first, this is Patches, apparently.
Well, Patches and I know each other. This is Mary's dog and Gertruda. Well, it's Gertruda's the actual owner of the dog, but Mary's Gertruda's mother. How did Patches to come to be in your position.
He was in the house.
In the death house.
Yes. He was hiding under a chair.
Oh, little devil. And she was sort of, you little devil. Yes, you little devil. And she pulls out a bit. She'll break up a bit of pie and give it to Patches. Is loving this pie. He's ha 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 ha. So in mention of pies, she sort of looks around conspiratorially and she'll say, I tell you what, my duckies, you help yourself to a pie. If you ever meet my sisters, do not tell them I've given you a pie. They will kill me. But being as you're new to this place, you all have a pie. It's my granny's recipe. You'll love them. Best night's sleep you've ever had after you've eaten one. I guarantee it will fill your tummies and you'll be fully refreshed in the morning after you've eaten.
Horace probably would have already helped himself to one as he started pushing.
As he was pushing along.
He'd probably turned around and seen him biting into a pie.
Really? Yeah. So she'll continue forwards and she'll say to Pippa, just along here. There's the inn's just up ahead. Patches goes back to Tala, and she'll say on the way to this is all happening on the way to the inn. She'll say, he seems quite attached to you. Mary and Gertrude just live down this way, and she'll point the direction of Mary's house. And as you get to a bit of a crossroads as you're walking along, she'll point out various places around. The other thing that she'll do is she'll start to give you a little bit of history about the place itself. And she will start by saying, so you first of all need to know that we are in the village of Barovia, which is very confusing. Everyone struggles with this because the land itself is called Barovia, but this is the village of Barovia. Most of the locals refer it to the village, and then it's known. So if you hear anyone say the village, they mean the village of Barovia. Barovia itself, and she sort of looks guiltily around you all, and she'll say, I have done this before. I don't enjoy this, but this land you cannot escape. And if you didn't choose to be here, it's quite likely, and she points towards this huge castle on the cliff, that the devil has brought you in.
The devil?
The devil Strahd. He is the lord and master of Barovia.
What interest would he have in us?
If you find out, it would be unfortunate. If you don't, and some don't, some just happen upon this place accidentally, then consider yourself fortunate. But if you have, if Strahd has his eye on you, then I fear for you.
What? Who is he? What is he?
In short,
it's clear this isn't how we've come here. Is not normal. What we've been through is not normal.
welcome to Barovia. In short, Strahd is a vampire. Very powerful vampire. He is the land. He controls the weather. He controls the animals. The common rumor is that he controls the very nature of the whole land, and it is he that keeps people from escaping, except for his Vistani spies.
Is what?
The Vistani. The Vistani, if you don't know the Vistani, they are a traveling people. They're characterized by traveling in these barrel-topped wagons. They go all over the land, and they spy for him. In Barovia itself, we hear rumors every now and again, and I know of 2 camps of Vistani in Barovia. One is near Sir Paul's, not long away. Sir Paul's is Tser, and the other one is over the other side of Vallaki, the sort of the largest town in Barovia. There's a permanent camp of Vistani, but the local rumor is that these 2 Vistani camps aren't necessarily grouped together. I don't know the dynamics of it, but we as locals know that all Vistani are the spies of Strahd.
They also vampires?
No, they are travellers. The story is that at some point they came across Strahd. Strahd did a favour for them, and they've been granted safe passage. No one knows why.
Because you have to. Where are they again? These Vistani spy people. Where are they?
If you follow the Svalich Road, and she'll point to the road that you're on, the Svalich Road runs all the way through Barovia. We're on the east, all the way to Kresk is the furthest village on the west. The Sir Paul's is if you carry on this road for half a day or so, you will come across a crossroads. If you take the right branch, it will take you to the bottom of a waterfall, which we refer to as Sir Paul's, Tser Paul's. And I believe, if rumour serves, that Madame Eva is currently camped there.
And who might Madame Eva be?
She, a Vistani seer would be the best description of Madame Eva, a mystic, if you will.
He also is a spy of this Strahd.
Say again, sorry.
Is she a spy of this Strahd too? Does she work for him?
All Vistani work for the Strahd. No one knows the arrangement they have, but all Vistani must obey Strahd. In fact, if you take my advice, if the devil asks you to do something, you do what the devil asks while you are in his land.
Spies or slaves? They have to do what he tells them.
They seem to come and go as they please. They are the only ones that can leave.
Well, sorry, a helicopter just went really low over my house. Continue.
Oh, that destroyed the
That
mood.
was low. Jeez. Made my blinds rattle.
Wow.
Really low.
We're not being invaded, are we?
Everything's fine.
She will say, I mean, we all, we still treat the Vistani with respect, as they are the only ones that can go out and in through the mists. They do trade with us. They trade with the villagers. I mean, they are essential to our survival, but we're just always weary of them.
Mm.
And well, you mentioned about us choosing to be here or not choosing to be here. I received a letter which spoke of the people needing some help. I believe it was the letter was from the Burgomaster, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say it was from someone referring to themselves as the Burgomaster, and I set out from well, where I was settled at the time. But I didn't intend to end up here. I didn't know exactly where I was headed, but so I guess in some sense, I chose to leave, but I didn't choose to enter the lands of Barovia. But either way, we found some other letters also from this Burgomaster, but do you know who he might be?
The Burgomaster, up until recently, was Kolyana Indirovich.
That's the name that was on the letter. Yes.
Oh, he died 5 days ago. His son Ismark is now the Burgomaster. Ismark, you're getting closer to the inn now. Ismark, I think he normally drinks inside at this time of night. You might find Ismark inside.
Good. Okay. Well, if you wouldn't mind pointing them out to me, I would appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I've still got a few deliveries to make. You make your way in. As you get to this crossroads, I'm just going to remind myself. There we go. Yeah. So she will say, as you get to the crossroads, she'll point out 2 other places. So, you know what? Let me give you this. 1 second.
Yay!
How's that for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've this is the death house here. You've been walking along here where you met Morgantha or Granny, and you've been walking easterly. So other than the death house, she will point out all of the red buildings on this map, which makes it incredibly convenient for your dungeon master. So this is the inn. It's the Blood on the Vine Tavern. This is Bildrath's Mercantile. So that's the sort of local convenience shop. That's Mad Mary's house. She'll point out the church to the northwest corner and the Burgomaster's mansion down south.
We just skipping over Mad Mary's house.
As you get, it's funny you should say that. As you get closer in the rain and drizzle, you start to hear weeping, crying.
No.
And as you get closer, sort of Granny will turn around and say, "Well, that's coming from Mary's house. I wonder if she's weeping over losing Patches, maybe."
Oh, so that's Patches' original. Horace would just kind of look towards Tala. He wouldn't say anything. He'd just look over in Tala's direction.
I mean, if Patches has a home already, he's not ours to keep. Could be this lady's only company. So I say we take Patches home. Assuming he doesn't just go, "Yeah, see ya, bye."
Bye. Thanks for taking me this far. I can take the rest of the team.
Well, if as you're at the crossroads, Morgantha will say to you, "Well, it was lovely to meet you. If you enjoy the pies, further along the Svalich Road, got you some. We live in the windmill. It looks abandoned, but there's me and my 2 sisters in there. Come and join us if you want some more of the pies. I'm sure I'll bump into you again. You know where to find us. I wish you luck in these lands, me duckies."
Just before she,
Oh God.
I was going to say, just before she walks off, can we see the windmill?
No,
That she's referring to.
Yeah, no, it's perhaps a couple of days journey. She normally camps out in the woods. She'll quite happily tell you it's not a nice journey for her, but yeah, go on, Tom. You were going to ask something as well.
So Farrow has dropped back during this conversation and has been kind of watching everything, listening to what she's saying. Can he make an insight check, please?
Yeah, sure. So you're trying to figure out if she's telling you any deceptions, anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also pretended to eat his pie, but has not eaten his pie.
Okay.
Pippa, the pie's in her bag. She's not eating it.
Horace has been scranning them. He's been munching away. And he,
Horace is on pie number 4.
yeah. And as she's heading off, he'd kind of almost like have like one arm like over her shoulder, and be like, "Are you sure you're okay getting back? Like, do you need us to accompany you?" He'd be like fussing over it.
Okay. Go on, Tom, roll it.
If you were to look at Farrow at the moment, he's very twitchy and very on edge.
Okay.
Very, very much so.
Okay. So you've rolled a natural 20 for a 25. So you very much get the impression that this woman is all about pies. Everything that she's told you so far is 100% accurate. You have absolutely no doubt that she is trying to help you by giving you as much information as she can. But the aim, the goal of that is, and she didn't lie about it, her sisters and her survive by selling these pies. And that's exactly what you're picking up.
Random question. How much are pies in D&D world? How much is a pie?
If you're sort of inquiring on Morganthus, she'll say, "Oh, well, it's very kind of you to ask me, dear. If I mean, normally we'd sell them for a silver each. This first one is free. If you did want more, I will have to take coin off you."
Yeah.
He's eaten 4. So you better start paying up.
Or it's just like brushing crumbs off himself.
No, so Farrow would pull out 3. He's got 3 silver. He would give her the money for the extras that Farrow he's eaten, to be fair.
I think Tala will also, she will buy a pie and stow it away.
Sure. So I'm just trying to give you a little bit more with a natural 20. So this is, if you had to, as you're sort of studying this woman, her raison d'etre is pie selling. I can't really tell you much more than that. But as sort of Horace puts his arms around her and says, "Oh, you are a one. No, I'm fine. I will survive." You'd be surprised how many. When werewolves approach you, if you sort of say, "Oh no, please don't attack me. I'm a humble lady," and then toss them a pie, you'd be surprised how many times that it works. It just works. I don't know why. They don't. Werewolves? I don't know why.
You can reason with werewolves.
Well, if I'm honest, I think it's all to do with the pies, more to do with reasoning.
There are werewolves local to here.
There are werewolves everywhere. Werewolves, direwolves. Strahd controls them all.
Where do the werewolves congregate?
Mostly in the woods, as you would suspect. Again, just by reputation, most of the werewolves inhabit the west of Barovia. The rumor is that they have some kind of camp settlement in the woods to the west. Oh, I love note takers.
I'm meant to remember everything that happens for 30 days. I've got to take notes.
That's this session so far on this page.
It makes me so
Beautiful.
happy.
I'm getting a book.
I also love
To be
your
fair,
cards,
I
though,
think-
Leah. Your-
Sick.
Wait. Before it. Got to make sure they stay in order.
yeah, I'm so happy.
Your cards are all filling up though.
Muahahaha.
What?
Okay, so if we're happy with Morgantha to start moving off, she does. You know what? Let's because you rolled a natural 20. You're suspicious of everyone and everything. You actually see her further down the street. She'll knock on a door. Someone comes to the door. There's no light. There's nothing at all. It's Morgantha. She clearly knows where she's going. The door opens. A light will appear. There's an exchange of money. They have a brief chat. There's a conversation. Morgantha takes the coin, passes over the pies. There's sort of thumbs up all around, and then she moves further on, and then she'll pass out of sight. I do have a little bit more fan art for you, which is always nice. If I can find it. So this. Hold up. Let me turn off. There we go. This. Oh, I'll tell you what, let me give you this first. So this is kind of fan art-ish.
Oh, fuck that. I've seen
That's what's been grabbing onto you, Josh.
I would have been eating the pies if I'd seen that first.
Oh, you are a
Yeah.
one. My ducky.
It's like my baggy and thingy all over again.
Yeah.
So that's some of that is campaign art, but the old lady is actually fan art. This is the Blood on the Vine Tavern fan art.
Oh.
This is a great one.
Thank you.
I
gorgeous.
get to read out the book.
Yay!
Where are we?
Turn to page 394.
Amazing.
So, here we go. A single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern. As it'd be Farrow, as you get a little bit closer, you can see that the N has been scratched over, so it actually looks like it's saying it should be Blood of the Vine, but someone's changed it to Blood on the Vine Tavern as a little bit of graffiti. The opposite side of this, it's dark, but there's still slight illumination from the other side. You can see a sparse light from the building spills out from behind heavy drawn curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on hinges, reads Bildrath's Mercantile. And it's just every now and again this sob coming from the direction slightly further south that you now know to be Mary's house. What would you like to do?
And Farrow seems to have kind of come to his senses a little bit. He's going to look at the others and say, "Did she say her and her sisters live at the windmill?
Yes.
The windmill that Durst family own the deeds to?"
Potentially.
Jinx, make a wish, I wish for a penny.
Just so we're on the same page.
That's what I was thinking. How's your stomach feeling, Horace?
Oh, well, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. So
Can I just address the pie? Because I'm a big fan of pies. It's delicious. I mean, Horace, you're full. You're content. It's tasty. There's definite thyme, definite sage in there. It's you would suspect chicken and possibly pork as well. It's
pork
tasty.
worries me. I was hoping you'd say beef, but it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. So what? They live in a windmill. I'm sure there's plenty of windmills.
From the Durst house, the house that nearly killed us, that is horrendously cursed, that the family of the dead people own the windmill.
Well, how do we know that they owned that windmill? It could have been another windmill just because they had windmills shown in their family crests or coat of arms or whatever. I think I'm not going to think anything more of it. I think we've had a long day, a particularly harrowing day. But I don't think we need to be losing our heads over this. It was a kind lady. She gave us a pie. I had a few. They were delicious.
Tala is just eyeing up one of the pies that she's currently got, and she's just fucking salivating everywhere.
Yeah, Horace, try it. It was delicious.
I'll give it another half an hour.
I think we need to get you all cleaned up first.
We need to get clean,
Yeah.
like nowish. Like it's starting to stick to me. I'm going to be like stained. I do not want to be stained.
I didn't want
Perhaps.
to pry, but do you have any magic that might assist us in this?
Do you know when you read these magic books and you're there like, oh, these spells are so cool, and you see one called like, oh, I don't know, prestidigitation, and you're like, one, it's long to say. Two, what am I going to do? Wipe things. I don't need that. And then this happens, and you think back on that time, and you think that would have been a great thing to do.
I
think
can
I've meant
understand why a cleaning spell it wouldn't be as alluring as others, I suppose.
I can mend if you've got torn clothes, because I have mending, but I don't have prestidigitation.
Oh, I don't think you can mend the damage from me, love.
No.
And he's going to go look and see if there's like a horse bucket or something outside the inn.
Yeah, there'll be a place for you to wash down a little bit.
I am listening.
I think kind of Pippa having a rant, Horace would say, well, perhaps we go the old-fashioned way and just use some of our coin, and we buy ourselves a room, and we can get cleaned up there.
I concur.
And we can also see if we can speak with the burgomaster as well.
Get inside.
Get inside.
Well, somewhere I can see all the doors and all the exits.
Standing on the table.
Oh yeah, I don't know these people. There's even people in there. That was Leah. Pippa's very quiet. Pippa's every time someone tells her anything about going inside, Pippa's like, please. She's that person who's like 1 millisecond away from really either crying or getting very angry, but she doesn't know which way she's going to go. So she's trying to stay as quiet as possible to prevent either getting very angry or crying, either of which is embarrassing. She's trying not to do either.
Yeah, superb.
Getting angry and then crying.
Oh yeah, Pippa's definitely an angry crier.
Yeah, so I mean, Horace would be willing just to kind of say, okay, well, let's go, and then step inside, go just beeline for the inn, go inside,
Okay.
and walk over and try and discuss with the innkeep.
Okay. So the inn is, as you open the door, is the first thing you notice on is directly across from the door is the bar itself, and stood behind the bar is quite a burly human male. In his middle ages, balding on top, rough beard, and it's instantly strange. He's wiping a glass, but his stare it's the best way to describe it would be 1,000-yard stare just into the middle distance, and he's continually wiping. And as you look around the room, you can see a few tables. You can see 3 women who are to the right of the bar, sat around. They're in bright clothes. They're I would describe. They're all 3 of them human females, in their late 20s, early 30s. They have weathered skin. They have had tans. The tans are starting to fade, but they have that look about them that looks as if they've had a significant amount of sun in their life, and they look around at you. And further over to the right as you enter, there's another human male, perhaps early 30s again, golden locks flowing down his head. He's sort of dressed almost, compared to everyone else, in finery as he looks up. And it's him that will address you first. And straight away, he will say, Oh, new faces. Welcome. Arik. Around. Forgive him. He doesn't do much. Come. Can I ask you to come and join me?
You can. Pippa here would like to, if you wouldn't mind, we'd like to sort a room so Pippa here can get herself cleaned up. But
Yes, please.
we'd happily join you after. Are you the burgomaster by any chance?
I am indeed Ismark Polyanovich at your service. Who might you be?
My name is Horace, and then I'd offer kind of awkwardly offer my hand out to shake.
Yeah, he'll shake it warmly, and he'll say, Horace, it is a pleasure to meet you. And then he sort of takes you all in, and he'll say, yeah, okay. Unfortunately, this is an inn only. There are no rooms here. Let me get you a drink. Come and sit with me. I can see that you've been through a lot. He looks at Pippa, particularly, still covered in gore, the harrowing look that is Farrow, and he'll say, listen, come and join me. Come and sit down and have some drinks. I'll go and get them. Arik he's part of the furniture here. We can discuss him in a bit, but go and sit. I'll bring the drinks. And he motions you towards his table where he was sitting.
On the way into the inn, did Tala notice any sort of stables or horse troughs
Yeah, it's
or
very trough.
anything like that?
A bucket, a trough.
There was a trough outside you could have cleaned yourself with a little bit, but it wasn't thorough enough to get rid of all of it. It's the best
Does it her face and her hands?
Yeah.
Wait, is there any chance that Arik could bring, maybe a bowl with some hot water?
It's best if we do it ourselves. Listen, seriously, you need to sit. We need to talk. I'm gonna try and help you. Full disclosure, is sort of conspiratorially, I need your help, and in return, I will answer all of your questions and do everything that I can to help you. Just come and sit down. I'll get you water. I'll get your drinks.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Horace just kind of turn to Pippa and just be like, "You think you can hang on for just a little bit longer?"
It's got to be somewhere in this place some sort of cleaning facility. And if this man is potentially the richest dude around, because posh Mr. Goldilocks boy is sitting around living it up, he could potentially be the person who owns something like, I don't know, warm water. So if I have to sit with him for 15 minutes to have a chat and look all pretty and shiny and be like, okay, yes, please, then yes. Okay, we can do it. It's going to be fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can sit. It's fine. We'll sit. It's fine. Fine.
I won't remind you that you don't look pretty or shiny right now. But...
I know. I don't look pretty or shiny right now. That's where we're trying to get to. That's the destination. We own the journey, not the destination. We are just going in that direction, and the dude is bringing me water.
We'll
Going to be great. It's going to be great. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Farrow
And she's
walking
like
past.
this.
Farrow walking past Horace is like real tactful. They just carry on walking.
Okay.
Horace be like,
Hey.
Tactful? Like, he doesn't know what the word means.
Yeah. And Farrow will position himself so he can see the door at all times.
Sure.
This
It's
is a
not.
man
Yeah.
on edge.
It's not a big tavern. The three brightly dressed women. Ismark will, as you're sort of looking around, he will sort of, just before he disappears, he'll say, the three ladies over there, they are Vistani. They own the tavern. Don't worry. They'll as long as we pay. Because Arik does nothing. Tell me, little friend, I will fetch you water first. There is a room at the back that you can clean yourself up. Let's call that a priority. I'll be back.
Thank you.
Okay. So he disappears into a back room. As he opens the door, it's through it you can see what used to be a kitchen. It's not been used for a long time. There's still a hearth in there with some boiling water, so he'll take that. There's an adjoining room, just a small room nearby. He'll set the basin down. He'll go and get lots of clean rags, and he'll say, you clean yourself up. When you get back, when you're ready, the drinks will be here. I can wait.
I will accompany Pippa. Not in that way, more so to make sure that there's nothing fucking funny going on in the tavern. Make sure that she's actually all right. No more fucking mimic doors.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was saying.
yeah, Pippa does her best impression of Lady Macbeth.
Nice. So you disappear into the room. You clean yourself up, and as you, well, I mean that leaves us with Ismark. Will return to Horace and Farrow with a cask of wine. Well, it's we'll say two bottles of wine, and set them on the table, and he'll set out five glasses for you all. As Pippa and Tala are still not there, he will sort of look towards Horace and Farrow, and he'll say, "Are we best off waiting until they return before we talk?" Or
I think whatever you have to say, though,
okay.
I want to hear.
No, I mean I'm here to try and help you because I want your help. So I'll do anything you wish. So fast forwards, Pippa and yeah,
just before they
Yeah.
go back, Pippa turns to Tala and I go, do you know the Vistani spy people? That Madam Eva, I think she's the person that brought me here. I know the women at the table next to us are these spy people. I came across, I was making a map of somewhere. I came across these people. They were like, little sister, come here. And I had basically had a little bit of a party with them. And then I woke up and I was here. I think that tracks. I think the people that sent me, he said that Madam Eva had seen me, that I was going to like eradicate some sort of curse thingamabob. And then I woke up and you guys were at the other side of the clearing and Horace was here. I want somebody at the table to know who can communicate with the others, maybe a bit more tactfully than I can, that these Vistani spy people might know me or might know something about me. They might be a different clan. But maybe at that table, maybe we shouldn't be as forthcoming as this burgomaster might want. Not because of him, potentially, but because of the spies next to.
Leave it with me.
Thank you.
Are you all right here?
Yeah, I'm good. I just, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go and join them at the table.
Okay,
Unless
I'll
you
be
want me for anything.
I'll
Yeah.
be another minute.
Unless you want me for
Yeah.
anything, I'll be at the table.
No. She just,
So,
when she's alone, she takes the purple and silver scarf off that she wears all the time. She washes it as gently as she can, stands over the steam in the hope that the steam will make her face look red and people will be able to interpret her face being red because of the hot water rather than the fact that she's crying.
Oh.
Once she finishes crying, she'll come back to the table whenever it's appropriate. It will take her like 5 minutes.
Okay. Wonderful.
so as Tala walks back, she'll make eye contact with Farrow, and there'll be that sort of silent link of we need to talk. And then as I walk past him, I just brush past him and say, keep an eye on those women. Pippa, they might already know they might already know one of us, and give him a look and sit down the opposite side of him.
Farrow, who was wanting to go and make use of that water after Pippa, will then just sit back down and will not leave the table at all.
Okay. Cool. So, with you all
When it's
returned,
convenient.
Ismark is sat there. He looks as if he's trying to be patient. In fact, you know what? We're here to roll dice.
Does he look like, you say looks like he's trying to be, does he look irritated?
Make an insight check for me, Josh.
Okie dokie. Inside. Oh, 19.
19. He doesn't look irritated, no. He looks 19 is good. If you had to put a word to Ismark, you would say desperate. He, as his mannerisms and everything else, when he's mentioned to you he needs your help, there's a note of Josh headbutting the iPad. There's a note of there's a note of desperation in his voice. He needs you. And Horace would kind of, as you sort of checking him out, you would get the impression he would pretty much do anything that you ask for your help. And to emphasize this point, as you sit down, he will pour glasses for each of you. Pippa, of note, you notice that the bottle is a Wizard of Wine's winery bottle.
These guys.
As Ismark will say to you,
Monopoly.
listen, I have called you over because I need your help, but I am willing to help you in exchange. I can tell you what you need, ask your questions. I have nothing to hide, and in return, all I ask is that you listen to my request. Okay?
Can you give us a place to sleep for the night?
Yes. You can stay with me and my sister.
And who is your sister?
My sister is Irina.
That name rings a bell. I believe.
Josh, let me do this for you again, mate. You know on Map Tool?
No, I know it was on the letters.
Okay. Sorry, dude. I thought I was being helpful. What I was being is obstructive. You carry on.
No, to be fair, that was all you want to say. He's not like trying to pry. He's just kind of saying that he's just acknowledging the name.
Go on.
Sorry. At the same time as well, Horace would be inclined to just help anyway, because he's not really used to people being nice to him. So the fact that a random stranger is kind of treating him with some respect and is being nice to him, actually probably means more to him than he's letting on.
Okay. Oh, nice. So, as there is a moment's silence when the DM stops being a dickhead, he'll sort of say, "Well, you can stay. It's the least I can do for what it looks like you've all been through so far. Am I okay to make my proposition?"
May as well.
Certainly better to start off with what you want from us than rather than what we want from you, I think.
It's that's fine. My sister Irina has been preyed upon by the devil himself. Are you aware this land is ruled by a devil?
We have just heard, and we have just come across a lady known as Granny, who has very briefly mentioned.
Yeah, Granny does like to. She does like to spread gossip and sell pies, but my sister being preyed upon by the devil, she has caught his eye. He has bent his will on her. He has twice, as far as we know, ensorcelled her. The devil, with his vampiric abilities, can captivate people. And for some reason, his target is my sister. My humble request to able people such as yourself is to see my sister safely away from the shadow of Castle Ravenloft.
From what we understand, escape from here is possible.
It is, but if I can just keep her out of the shadow, perhaps in Vallaki, I know there's a church there that is supposed to be holy ground. I know Kresk has also a monastery there that is reported to be sacred ground as well. We know enough.
Monastery, sorry.
The monastery was Kresk, which is Krezk. And the church, St. Andrew's Church in Vallaki. He will say, we do. The devil has cursed these lands for generations, and we Barovians know a little about his weaknesses. He cannot enter anyone's property unless you invite him. Unfortunately, he has the ability to ensorcel people, so he can bypass that particular flaw. We do know that running water damages him, and it was only a year ago that occasionally people enter this land through choice. By reputation, a powerful mage arrived and gathered some of the locals together, and they stormed the castle, and Strahd didn't. He just threw them down. There was nothing that they could do. All of the spells, all of his art, and all of the townspeople, they couldn't touch him. Every strike, every blade, he just regenerated and healed, and he threw the mage down the cliff. he cannot be defeated. He is a curse. The best I can do for my sister is take her to sacred ground and hope for the best. And that is what I would ask you to help me with.
You know this church and this monastery to be safe, or you hope that they are?
Hope. As much as it galls me to say, the Vlakovich's Baron Vargas is an old family name, and even Dmitry Kreskov, the burgomaster of Kresk, they're old families. And the towns are as established as they can be in this forsaken land. But we have our own church, but balls, I've forgotten his name. Donovich is not what he used to be. His son Doro was one of the villagers that went off to assail the castle. No one goes near our church anymore.
Any particular reason?
It's Donovich has changed. Doro returned, and it's this place. It's difficult to explain. When things go wrong, it's normally because the devil has decided to toy with whoever or wherever. And the rumor is that the church has been cursed by the devil. None of us go near it anymore.
Has anything physically happened or naturally happened at the church that you can tell us?
Doro, Donovich's son, did return after the failed attempt to storm the castle. And we've heard cries. Irina herself, as she sits with Donovich sometimes, perhaps she could tell you a little bit more about the church, but the cries seem to be coming from Doro, and Doro seems to be... It's strange. I don't know. It's another of the strange features of this land.
I would be interested. I would say generally to everybody, I would be interested in seeing if there is anything still holy in this land.
Well, we'll finish here. You've heard my plea. You know what I want. You ask your questions, and then we will go and visit my home. I'll introduce you to my sister, and you can rest. And then you can see what you want to do after that.
Before we go in with the majority of our questions, has your sister already seen possession by the devil?
You can ask her yourself, but when I've asked her, she has fuzzy recollections of eyes in the darkness, and she's aware she knows that she's gone out when she shouldn't, and then when she wakes and returns, and he looks sorrowful at this. He looks as if he's about to break down. He'll point towards his neck and he'll say, she has marks.
Has her demeanor changed at all?
This makes him smirk a little bit. It says, wait until you meet Irina. She hasn't changed. She is frightened, but she is a determined woman.
So she's not been turned.
No. No.
There may still be hope.
My sister is a wonderful, wonderful woman, but when she sets her mind on something, and yeah, she's still Irina.
We have heard rumours of werewolves in the vicinity. Do you know where these creatures might be based? We have our own agenda.
Where they're based? No. Werewolves are everywhere. We've all seen werewolves. My father died 5 days ago. Our house was beset by wolves and werewolves. Say again, sorry, Tom.
My condolences. It kind of,
Yeah, thank you. But the house was assaulted night after night by wolves, werewolves, direwolves, ghouls, zombies, all manner of creatures for night after night. My father had a weak heart anyway, but it was enough to finish him off. Since he died, we've had relative peace. But no, I couldn't tell you exactly where the werewolves are.
And these are all beasts supposedly controlled by this devil.
All of them by the devil Strahd.
Well, if he sent these beasts with the intention of killing your father, then are you not afraid that he might do the same for you, send the same for you?
To be Barovian is to live in constant fear. The simple answer is yeah.
Has your father... Sorry, Horace.
Sorry, Horace, I just say, well, I'm not sure about my companions here, but I want to help. I've lost family as well. My own sister. It's not something I wish on anyone. So if there's still hope, if there's still a chance of bringing your sister back, then I'll do what I can.
So to this, you can see his shoulders drop slightly. The relief is evident on his face and his whole demeanour as he'll say, thank you so much. I will do anything I can to repay you. We don't have much in the way of wealth, but if you have no further questions, should we go and rest and I'll introduce you? Yes.
One question. The pie lady, she said that other people had been brought here. Where are they? Where are the others that have been brought here against their will?
He's gone back to the sort of nervous, tense person that you met to start off with, and he will say, he'll put his hands on the table in front of him, and he'll say, they have either been turned or are dead.
Just to be very precise, when you say turned, are they vampires now?
They are under his thrall. He would not suffer anyone to be as powerful as him. But they are his spawn.
Who brings people and makes more servants?
not
My turn.
before he's toyed with them.
Maybe that answers the question. Maybe the master is simply bored.
And then new toys.
I do not like much being a toy for everybody.
Mm.
Like Horace,
Okay.
if I can help you, I will.
Sorry, I'm being that person. I'm going to do something a little bit mean to Horace, and I'm really sorry, Horace.
It's all
Just
right.
before we leave, I presume that Horace would try and take a really big swig of his drink to finish it off after watching him with the pies previously.
Yeah.
As he takes this big swig, Pippa's going to, Joe, that soft bit in his ribs, he's just going to jab him, really, so he coughs a bit. And using that cough, she's going to cast a spell. And hopefully, it's going to be spell signature. It's my new divination-y spell.
Ooh,
If
hit
you
it.
are unfamiliar with a creature, you can make an ability check using your spellcasting modifier, adding a proficiency bonus. Using the table below, you can determine determines what information you glean from the scent of the people near you. I'd like to cast spell signature on the spy women.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know anything about them.
Say again, sorry.
I have to roll because I don't know anything about them. And I'm hoping that because it's got somatic and core elements, that Horace is choking on his. So sorry, Horace. Horace choking on his drink will be enough of a distraction to cover Pippa's
Oh,
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Can I roll an insight on Pippa? To see if I can figure out what she's doing, Farrow would move the blocker as well. Like, get up from the table, but walk deliberately between that space if he can figure out what she's doing. But
Sure.
I don't
Well,
think
she
he
would have had,
just know.
because I would just to insist with that, Pippa would have been looking in her lap the whole conversation, and in her lap would have been her spell book, because this is a spell that she's just figured out, and she's going to try now. So she's had a spell book. That's why she said only one question and been quiet, because she's been reading the spell going, and then if I do this and I say this word, what does an umlaut mean again? How do I pronounce that? In her head while she's been waiting. And then when she sees the opportunity, she gives him the jab. Hopefully that will cover them.
Sure. So I'm happy for all that to happen. That's fine. So let me just be specific about the spell signature. As you cast the spell, you draw out the potent sense trapped within all magic. Choose a magical effect you are aware of that's within.
I don't know what I know about. Yeah. I don't know what spells I know about within range.
Okay, if you are not familiar with the creature, you can make an ability check using your spell ability modifier to add your proficiency bonus to it. Refer to the table. Refer to the table to determine what information you are able to glean about the scent.
I've never. This spell is in like one of the side tangenty books.
It is.
So I'm making you think. Spellcaster, sorry.
Choose a magical effect you are aware of that's within range.
Yeah, that's why I've got stuff. I read that bit. Yeah. I don't know that there's a spell going on in range.
Right. Make your ability check then. Let's add something to it. So if you make an intelligence check would do, wouldn't it?
Cutting out Dave a bit there.
Or yeah, we'll add 4 to this. Whoa, hello.
Completely up to you.
Okay. So so what we're doing? Oh, okay. So as you're sort of, that's a really weird spell. I'm gonna have to think about this for future sessions.
I know it's only a level 2 spell as well.
Yeah, but it's why? So a magical effect you're aware of that releases a specific scent to the creature that created it. If you're familiar with that creature, you automatically know the magical effect that was created by them. So there's.
No, you continue.
Okay, there's no magic about. There's no. There's nothing. Yeah, no one's casting a spell. No one's doing anything. Make an insight check for me, Leah. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to carry your insight. What's your insight modifier?
It's only 2.
Right, fine. So you've rolled a 21 if we were to apply that to this. Those Vistani women aren't interested in you at all.
They don't recognise.
No. If anything, the only attention they've paid is when Ismark took the wine to make sure he dropped coin off. Once that was done, they don't care. They're paying you no attention whatsoever. Some of your conversation could have carried, but you don't get the sense with your 21 insight that they're listening. They're not even trying to eavesdrop. They couldn't give a flying about what's happening.
Looking at them using the cover of me jabbing Horace. Sorry again, Horace. Can't see any particular, anything that would signify their group specifically, because there's 2 groups of these Vistani, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because I know the yellow scarfed ones from the ones that I've talked to.
Yeah.
Are these the same ones or the other ones?
These, so you see these, yeah, you do see a yellow scarf, whereas Stanimir that you met before wore his with pride next to his relatively simple clothes, and all the Vistani that you saw had theirs. It was like a badge of honor. It was, this is yellow. We are yellow team. Theirs is sort of casual. It's thrown to the side. It's almost as if it's an afterthought. But for the rest of their clothing, it's relatively simple. But it's a nonchalant approach to Team Yellow.
As committed as the others.
Quite possibly.
They haven't recognised me. They don't know me. We don't think. Carrying on.
Okay.
Sorry, Horace.
As I think Horace would kind of be like sputtering on his wine, and he kind of turn to Pippa and be like, "What was that for?" But he kind of actually before he can respond, be like, actually, I deserve that. I realise the comments I made earlier were somewhat insensitive. I apologize.
Yeah. Behave.
We're even.
Even.
Good.
I like the image. Horace here is saying, even? Yes.
Are we even?
or that's even better. It's yeah. Yeah. So
Horace is just as afraid of Pippa as Pippa is of him.
Yeah, sure.
So as if you're happy, then anything else with it?
Yeah.
Ismark in the tavern. So as you're leaving, Ismark, as he sort of leads you out, he looks over his shoulder towards Arik, the barman, again, and he will, as you're now walking down the main high street, walking past Bildrath's mercantile, he will sort of say to you that another common feature with Barovia is you will meet people like Arik every now and again. We refer to them as soulless. They're occasionally, when babies are born into Barovia, the best way I can describe it is that their soul, they have no soul. They're just dead inside. It's a horrible tradition. We believe it's something to do with the mists. It's just rumors that we've had over the years.
So
I mean,
Cleric has been born into Barovia.
yeah. There's. I mean, I was born into Barovia. Irina was born into Barovia. There's several generations of. I mean, especially when you with the burgomasters of the various villages of Krezg and Valaki, we're several generations old. But sometimes people are born. They're then it's a sensitive subject. And if you'll forgive the terminology, they're not simple. They're of sound mind, but there's no will in there. There's no purpose. They just exist. It's a horrible feature of Barovia.
I mean, as we're walking, I think Tala will actually ask about the death house, the residents that were there, what happened to them, what they can say about the baby. Did they know it was an abomination?
Okay. So as you mention the house, it comes up that he'll say, well, you mean the death house? Oh, it's appeared again. Oh, and well, at least you came out alive. People have been in before. We've seen them come out screaming. You've seen them going insane inside. We call it the death house. It's every now and again it just appears. I'm assuming that it's rubble when you left it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you saying it will reappear?
If you go back in a few days' time, it will be there again. And people have seen children outside, luring them in. It's a cursed place.
Do you know anything about the curse itself?
The
What
curse,
happened to
no.
the people?
The rumor is, I mean, it's an old story that the family there, when Strahd first came to these lands, they were into demon summoning or demon worship, something unsavory. And when Strahd arrived, they thought he was there for them. They thought he was their lord and master, and Strahd found them unworthy. And ever since then, their house has been cursed. No one fully knows what happened or why. Perhaps it was just the plaything of the devil.
Tala is also going to ask about a windmill. What can she say about a windmill? And I will actually describe the windmill insignia that we kept seeing inside the Durst mansion.
Yeah. He'll say, well, the Durst family were landowners. They were quite wealthy, which allowed them to get away with their cult practices. The windmill was abandoned 400 years ago because their business collapsed and everything collapsed around them. The sisters live there. Yeah.
How long ago did they move in?
Well, that I don't know. All of my life, they've been there. The three sisters, most they come and go. They come and go as they please. To be honest, I don't know much about them. And he's sort of at this point, I'll have him have a bottle that he's bringing home, carry out, and he'll say this wine is the lifeblood of Barovia. Most of us, wine is produced here. You wouldn't think so. He points towards the sky. It's like this most of the time, but the Wizard of Wine's winery manages to produce wine for us Barovians. Most of us drink this. The occasional few take solace in pies that the sisters make. It's not for me.
Do you know
Is
where
there a
the sisters get the produce from?
No, I know there are chicken coops around. They have their own, grow their own vegetables and herbs.
Horace looked kind of pleased with himself. That's,
um, I think Tala would also ask about if they had any knowledge of a baby and something was wrong with the baby in the death house, or any rumours about the baby from the death house.
If such rumours would have died when the family died hundreds of years ago, sorry. He will ask
Okay.
why.
And I'll explain that, basically. Well, I suppose actually I wouldn't know yet, would I?
No, that's still me, and only me and Farrow know what happened inside the
No.
monster.
And I'll just say I
ghost.
haven't seen any that we went in to look for a baby and it was never found them.
The ghosts of the children were asking after their baby brother.
Oh, okay.
We were
Yeah, no,
curious as to what happened.
No, I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. It's like I say, this house, it reappears every now and again. It's another curse on this land that all revolves around the devil.
Are there any other curses like that nearby? Things that reoccur?
Like the death house? No. Not that I know of. I wouldn't be surprised if there aren't things in the rest of the land, but most Barovians don't move around too much.
That's the devil you know.
Say again, sorry.
Better the devil you know.
Oi. So as you're moving down the road, we're quite happy to still converse, but the sobbing from what you now know, you've gone past Bildrath's Mercantile, but you can still hear a woman sobbing coming from inside as Ismark looks up, and he'll sort of say to you, she's been crying for a few days now, for at least 2 days. And Patches now will leave Tala's side and go scratch at Mary's door.
Tala will follow Patches up and I will give a knock on the door and see if there is a response.
Okay, there's no response. At this point, Ismark will say, if you'll forgive me, I'll leave you to it. He'll point towards where the Burgomaster's mansion is. He'll say, I'll just go and tell Irina that you're due, and we'll make somewhere comfortable for you after you come and join us when you're ready.
Thank you.
Look at himself and just say, I could use somewhere to clean.
Well, you're welcome to come now. We can all go now.
I will.
Shall Farrow and I go, and we'll get it ready for you guys. You can drop the dog back off.
I can do that.
With the party.
Farrow will hesitate and he's looking at Tala.
Fine.
Then I'll just nod and be like, yeah, if that's what you want to do, it's fine.
I would
Fancy
rather
an
stay
adventure,
together.
Horace?
Well, why not?
Knock it over and just
Yeah.
If there's trouble, call. I'll come as fast as I can.
I I can talk to you. If you're not with us half an hour, I can send you a message.
Okay.
What do you say within 120 feet
I
of me?
looked it.
Okay.
Free.
Let's
Mm.
go on.
Or send up your damps and lights if you need if you have problems. We'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's push this forward. We've split the party. So Farrow and Pippa are moving with Ismark further south towards the Burgomaster's mansion. We'll get to that second. Then we'll complete Horace and Tala left at Mary's house. The knock at the door. There's no response, but you can still hear the crying, and it seems to be coming from upstairs in the house. And Patches is still scratching at the door and whining now slightly and looking towards Tala.
Tala will open the door. Well, she'll
Okay.
try and open the door.
As you open the door and light creeps in, you can see that it's a reasonably homely home, very plain, very basic. But Patches darts around the corner, straight up the stairs.
Standing from the doorway, Tala will shout up the stairs. Hello? I think we found your dog.
There's still no response, but you can still hear the crying.
Shall we go for an adventure, Horace?
I think Horace is kind of be looking like, well, she's got Patches back. I say we go get cleaned up.
I'll shout to Patches, if you need anything, come and get me. Fuck off.
Well, that was resolved a lot quicker than I was thinking. So,
although, like, as we're before we leave, could I try, and I'll kind of like turn my head over my shoulder and I'll just say, try and talk to Mishka, and I'll just say, would you just go upstairs and make sure that she's all right, or that Patches is all right? Well, I'm more concerned about Patches, to be honest.
Okay, so I've tried to reason this through as best as I could, Josh. What you're asking for is something that's beyond anyone's ability. So in response, and because I need to apply this, because that's a really super handy feature that I'm going to deny.
Yeah, you're right.
So Mishka is, fuck no, I'm not leaving your side, brother. No, where you go, I go. I am not leaving.
No.
Sorry, dude.
I'm going inside, Horace.
No. You're right. You're well within reason to be like, you can't just do that. So I think at that point Horace would just kind of turn back to Tala and just shake his head. Be like, I don't know if Tala could hear like Mishka talking, or if it's just something that I can hear. But he'd just kind of like look and just be like, "Is it like just not going to do it?"
Let me have a perception check from both of you, please.
Okie dokie. 16.
Holy shit tonight.
Oh,
9.
That's if you rolled a 9. Let's look.
So 20. Okay. So other than
5
the
is the whole
sobs,
highest I've rolled.
well done, Sam.
Oh
So
my lord.
You can hear, oh, Gertrude, how could you leave? Now that you've opened the door, there's a specific sound to it, and this woman is crying because someone called Gertrude has left.
Was that what
The
she?
dog's name.
Yeah, was that the? That's what I'd assumed. I thought that the dog was called Gertrude, and then obviously we've called it Patches. But well, if she's talking, Horace is gonna be like, "Hello, we've returned your dog, Gertrude. Will you come down?
Make a. Are you doing this sort of? Make a persuasion check. The way you said that, and just make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. Persuasion. Oh, 10.
10. Yeah. So the crying just still continues, but Patches now will come downstairs and look at you both, and then go back up again.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Patches. Horace is he's just gonna turn back Tala and be like, shall we?
This is totally my
I was
fault.
going to take, for fuck's sake, just walking.
All responsibility.
I'm going to follow the fucking dog upstairs.
I'm genuinely having so much fun with Patches. Right. So as you go as you go upstairs, you can see a moaning sob floats through the still grey. Oh no! Oh wait a minute, that's the wrong bit. You can see a woman sat on the upstairs bed, and this is a small house. There's only one room upstairs, and it's a bedroom. There's a bed in it that's sort of big enough for two, and you can see a late to middle-aged woman, dark hair, human woman with a brown cowl over, and she's holding a doll, and she's just weeping, rocking backwards and forwards. This is where the crying is coming from, just rocking backwards and forwards. And Patches is sat down, looking at her, whining slightly, looking back towards you and looking towards this woman. She rocks backwards and forwards.
I would like to try and encourage Patches to jump up on her.
Okay, make an animal handling roll.
This is awful.
Sycamore.
Oh no! 22!
22.
Nice.
So as he jumps up, she's startled out of whatever misery she's in, and it sort of snaps her out of it as she looks up, and she'll sort of scratch his chin and say, "Oh, Patches, oh, we've lost Gertruda." And then she sort of notices you guys, and she'll say, "Whoa, who? What are you doing?"
And I'll just say, I'm ever so sorry. We came because your dog actually found us, and we were told that the dog lived here, so we brought the dog home, but we heard you crying.
This starts her off again. She just starts crying, rocking backwards and forwards.
Can you tell me what's wrong?
Make a persuasion check.
I'm going to give myself guidance.
That's the spirit.
Oh. What does it give me? D4.
D4, yeah.
Persuasion.
Just realised that.
Yeah,
I'm rested.
I
yet.
definitely.
I know. I know.
Not a D4, which is probably not going to help. Oh, it was a full 4.
14.
No.
Josh, 3 of you have been bleeping on my screen the whole session.
yeah.
So 14, she sort of shakes herself. She says, sorry. Yeah, no, it's not my dog. It's Gertruda's, my daughter's. She's left me. And she sort of starts rocking backwards and forwards again. I'm not going to go through the same. Every time she sort of says, you say something to her, she'll start crying again, but you have to bring her around. You have to talk her out of it. Do not slap the nice lady, Pippa. And she will, and forgive me for this, I'm fast forwarding this bit. She will tell you a story that Gertruda, she'll sort of say, it's my fault. I kept Gertruda. It's this land. I wanted to keep her safe, and I kept it here her whole life. She was 11. All of her life kept in here, and she was safe. And then she, one day I came home and found a letter, and she's left. She's left me. She's just rocking backwards and forwards.
Is there any chance we can see this letter?
It's now covered in tears, tear stained, crumpled up. You can barely make out "Dear Mum," signed Gertruda.
Did she say where she was going? Did she say why she left?
She's told me nothing. She did say in the letter that she would return, but this was 2 weeks ago.
And hearing this was 2 weeks ago, Horace would just turn and look at Tala and be like,
She will say she happens to glance up when she will say sorry, I don't know why I've changed the tone of it, but she's sort of saying, well, the dungeon master's having such fun with Patches, he wants you to take him with you. But she will say, if you could find her, bring her home to me. Patches will go with you. Sorry.
This fucking dog's going to get me killed. He's not going to kill the dog in front of me. He's going to get the dog to kill me. The dog is going to be a fucking dire wolf or something. Have you got any ideas of where she might go? Did she ever say there was somewhere she wanted to go? Something she wanted to do?
No, I knew nothing. She was born to me, and when she was very little, she did vanish. She disappeared for a few days. She was in a cot. And then she wasn't. It was the most traumatic experience, that's another reason I've kept her inside, to keep her safe. And now, 11 years later, I've no idea. We were happy. We were happy.
Did she ever come back with any marks? Were her eyes glassy or?
No, what, as a baby? No, she came back healthy and fine. She just...
What?
Did she reappear in the cot? Did she walk through the door?
She came straight back. Where I left her, I was inconsolable for 2 days, and then I woke up, and there she was again. I thought I dreamt it, but...
What was it that the pie lady called? The pie lady called, it was something Mary. There was
Mad Mary.
It was Mad Mary. Okay, good. Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, if we hear anything, we will let you know.
Bring her home. Bring my Gertruda home. But at this point, Patches will jump down from just Mary's lap, and follow you out.
Mary. I'm just Mary.
Something about Mary.
Well, just Mary.
Are we happy to draw a line under Mary?
Yep. Fuck
Tony.
that.
We're happy to draw a line.
Good. So far, it hasn't been catastrophic that you've split the party. I'm also intrigued to know what Pippa had in mind.
So, as we're walking, what will be perceivably to Farrow very little force, but what is actually to Pippa a significant amount of force, pull behind, like a few back steps away from the Burgomaster as he's like leading us. And
And picking up on this, he'll just say, Burgomaster, a moment. We will catch up shortly. My she's a little tired. She just needs a break. We'll be with you shortly.
Yep, no problem. We're just here at the end.
Give
Let
him a
yourself in.
smile as he walks away. Will do.
Sorry.
As soon as he's out of sight and out of it, like earshot, I don't know what to think about what happened in there. But you saved me. You saved us. And I will tell whatever story you need me to tell, or I will never speak of it again. But I wanted you to know that I know that you saved my life. And the only thing I've really got. So thank you.
If you hadn't been in there, I don't know that I could have done what I did.
You saved us both. That baby was dead. It had been killed by whoever cursed it. You saved both of us.
That was no baby. Of that, the more we hear, the more I believe that.
Whatever you need me to say.
The truth. I won't hide from what I did.
So glad I found you guys.
I'm glad I found you too.
Get you clean. It's not fair. I used all the hot water.
Oh, I've been dirty before, don't I? This isn't my this isn't
Really?
my first rodeo, so to speak. Let's get inside.
That's what she wanted to do. She wanted to make sure that he knew that if he wanted to talk about it, or if he never wanted to talk about it, however he wanted to handle what happened in the monster was how he was going to handle it. And that she's eternally grateful.
All I'll say is he may have said that that wasn't a baby. That is definitely what he's trying to convince himself of.
And that's the story I'll tell you. That was not a baby. And whatever story he needs to create around what happened, Pippa is going to not just confirm it, but elaborate it and enforce it. So that he can tell himself whatever story needs to be told, and she can remind him of that story. He didn't want to say it in front of the others just in case. He didn't want them to know.
Yeah. On that point, he will just say, I think it's best that it stays between us for now.
Agreed. But the four of us not being together, I feel like this is weird. I feel like this should be like very limited. We should sit together most of the time, because God knows what those two are getting up to right now.
I like to keep my friends close.
So do I.
Like
we
when
get-
you're an old woman and a dog.
Yeah.
Meanwhile-
Tala walks back with Patches in tow. Horace is eating another pie. That's what they've been up to.
We're just running down the road, like Talla's carrying a dog, and I'm just like trying to eat a pie.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say thank you for playing Dungeons and Dragons with me this evening. That's I genuinely enjoy these sessions. 3 of you get heroic rest after you've left. I would like to award you all heroic rest, but 3 of you get it anyway, so you can all, at the end of your long rest, have it now. Make sure you keep it for the next session. What we'll do, we'll finish there, and we'll pick up next time with going towards the Burgomaster's house. Shortish session, but I've got a day shift tomorrow, so I'm going to leave it there if that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's great.
So, if anyone has watched, and apparently we've had people watching, I think it's mostly the Dice in Anger people.
There's-
But please like and subscribe. If you...
Yeah, there's 9 people watching on YouTube right now.
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Jake to we're just wrapping up with the session. If you want to say.
Oh, it's Jakey.
I've been watching downstairs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, boss.
All right, dude.
Hi, mate.
All right.
Funny enough, that's I've seen both halfers now today. I saw Jake earlier.
Yeah, we went to. Yeah. Right. I'm gonna turn the stream off. Thanks very much.